Hello from the Transportation and Ticket Center. I'm here today to let a Magic 8 Ball determine my day at Magic Kingdom. This is a challenge that I've now done at every other Disney park but Magic Kingdom. I'm getting here in the pretty early evening, so I'm gonna grab some dinner and hopefully ride some rides. It's about 5 o'clock, so I don't know if I'm gonna be staying until fireworks tonight, but those are just a few hours away, so I might. I can pretty much do everything now that Tiana's and Tron are off a virtual queue, but I've made it to Magic Kingdom and I'm excited to do this challenge. This is one of my favorite challenges that I do. The train just pulled into the station right now. It is such a beautiful day. So I'm inside the park, and how this works is I ask my Magic 8 Ball yes or no questions, like, Magic 8 Ball, should I start my day riding a ride? Signs point to yes, and my Magic 8 Ball will determine what I do. I'm coming over here to ask my next question. Should I ride the train? Because it's right here. Reply hazy, try again. Should I ride the train? My reply is no. All right, I'm gonna go up the steps to ask my next question. Should I jump on one of these Main Street vehicles down here? They're considered a ride. Cannot predict now. Should I walk down Main Street? Yes, okay. So I'm not riding anything here on Main Street, I guess. So I'll break it down by land. Should I go to Tomorrowland to ride a ride? As I see it, yes. Cool, so I'm going to Tomorrowland, which I'm not mad about riding anything in Tomorrowland. I'm going to try to break it down a little bit. Should I ride a roller coaster? Most likely. All right, should I ride Space Mountain? You may rely on it. I haven't checked the wait times yet, but I'm presuming that Space Mountain might have a better wait time than Tron would. And that would be accurate. It's a 45-minute wait for Space Mountain and then a 105-minute wait for Tron. I did not think that I'd be committing to this early, but I'm ready for it. It's really weird not to see the Astro Orbiter. It's just a completely blank area up there now. I'm pretty hungry right now, so hopefully this wait time goes by fast. I would have been excited to ride Tron also, but that wait time seems really rough. So here I go, getting in line for Space Mountain. It's a 45-minute wait. I've not gotten into the standby line for this in sort of a while, so this is a little bit exciting. I haven't stopped yet in the queue, so that's good. If this ends up being less than a 45-minute wait, I will be so happy. The majority of the queue is gonna be up here though. See, so there is this sign over here that says, if traveling as a party of one, please alert the flight crew. But where do I do that? It would be the merge point, so I still have to wait in this part of the queue, which doesn't look too bad. I walked to this point. It's been about 15 minutes and I've almost made it into the merge point, and I bypassed pretty much the entire post-merge queue, leaving a single rider that took 20 minutes. All right, getting on to Space Mountain right now. This is gonna be fun. Gotta put the camera away though. I cannot remember the last time that I got to Space Mountain, or I got to Magic Kingdom and then I went directly to the standby for Space Mountain. I'm nervous because every time I ride Space Mountain now, I feel like something hurts just a little bit more every time I try to squeeze down into that tiny little rocket. I'm getting old and I don't like it, but only waiting half of the posted wait time for Space Mountain. I am happy about that. So Magic 8 Ball, should I get some food now? Better not tell you now. Well, what's the point of asking? Should I ride another ride? What does that say? Very doubtful. Should I see a show? Don't count on it. Am I supposed to get some sort of a snack? Signs point to yes. Okay, so I'm just getting a snack. So I don't know what I'd consider a snack. Should I get something here in Tomorrowland? Yes. Should I get something here at the lunching pad? Outlook good. So I'm going to consider all of these a snack, I guess. Should I get the queso fundito hot dog? It is decidedly so. What? All right, I'm getting this queso fundito hot dog. An all-beef hot dog topped with queso fundito, street corn relish, and spiced tortilla strips served with choice of a Cutie's Mandarin or chips. So I got my hot dog and chips, which does this constitute as a snack? I don't know. So I'm eating my snack over here. This is by the People Mover entrance. I can definitively say that I've never had this before. So that was one of the best hot dogs I think that I've had in recent memory in Magic Kingdom, including anything that I've gotten over in Casey's Corner. Should I leave Tomorrowland? Most likely. Should I go over to Fantasyland, the closest land to where I am? Outlook good. Should I ride any rides in Fantasyland? Very doubtful. Should I get another snack? As I see it, yes. Is it a savory snack? Ask again later. Should I do something in Fantasyland before getting a snack? Without a doubt. I'm not sure what to do that isn't riding a ride. Should I go visit a character? Very doubtful. I think it's too late to meet characters anyway. What am I supposed to do in Fantasyland? Let's try to do this. Should I walk into classic Fantasyland? You may rely on it. So at least I'm going this way. I'm running out of stuff to ask my Magic 8 Ball, should I try to notice something new about Fantasyland? Yes, definitely, finally. So this is what I would consider classic Fantasyland. This is new Fantasyland. I'm gonna go around the corner. The gift shop's over here on either side of the castle. I am the most unfamiliar with probably in the park. Should I go into Sir Mickey's? Without a doubt. So I'm going into Sir Mickey's to try to notice something new about classic Fantasyland in Magic Kingdom. So I've always known about the beanstalk in here and the Mickey over in the corner. I'm trying to notice any particular details just about the theming in this gift shop that I've just really never paid attention to. There's the giant right there, and I don't think that I've ever noticed this picture above the doorway. So that's new to me. There's Mickey Mouse way over there, and over here is Minnie Mouse. And outside there are these windows. And I've noticed these, but I haven't really paid too much attention to them, just the detail inside. Citizens beware, giant at large, please check armor at thy door. And then the window across from that looking like some sort of an apothecary with all of these different potions and spell books and scrolls. This is cool. I definitely really never paid attention to the details here before, I don't think. So I'm going to consider that an accomplishment, just paying attention to the details more inside and outside Sir Mickey's. Should I get or can I get a savory snack now? Ask again later. Should I get a drink? Yes, definitely. So the only drink that I can think about right now is a LeFou's Brew. Should I get a LeFou's Brew in Fantasyland? Outlook good. My Magic 8 Ball is being a little bit difficult today. I usually have a little bit more luck with more straightforward answers, but I feel like I'm just running around a lot. But also the misdirection can be pretty fun. It's going to be dark here pretty soon, but I'm going all the way back to Gaston's Tavern. And after this, I can finally see if I'm getting some sort of a snack in Fantasyland. I don't mind LeFou's Brew. I don't particularly love it. So apparently Gaston's Tavern is closed, so I can't get a LeFou's Brew. So my next option that I have, should I get a Lunar Lemonade over at Cosmic Rays? Yes, definitely. That's really difficult to see, but it says yes, definitely. There it is. So that wasn't incredibly lucky, but I did just say that I don't really care for LeFou's Brew, which is frozen apple juice with a hint of toasted marshmallow topped with fruit-flavored foam. All right, I'm walking over to Cosmic Rays now in the back of Fantasyland. I think it's a little bit quicker. I still definitely want to ride another ride or two, but also am I getting another snack? And I do want to leave Fantasyland at some point. And Magic 8 Ball just took me around the entirety of Fantasyland pretty much. Cosmic Rays is technically in Tomorrowland. It's not even technically, it is in Tomorrowland, but it's sort of on the cusp of Fantasyland, and as far as restaurants still being open, this was my best bet to get a drink. All right, I am picking up my Lunar Lemonade. So this is the Lunar Lemonade, which is very purple. This is lemonade with desert air syrup. This is going to be absolutely delicious. Yep, that is phenomenal. So Magic 8 Ball, should I get a savory snack now? It is certain. So savory snack was secluded to Fantasyland, so I don't have a lot of options. Should I go over to Pinocchio's Village House to get a savory snack? Without a doubt, because it's pretty much the only place that I can go. They have a couple options. Should I get the breadsticks? What does it say? It said it is decidedly so. So I'm going to get breadsticks over back on the other side of Fantasyland, which is where I just was. This is so good. All right, I put in my mobile order for breadsticks, and I'm going to go pick them up. It would be nice to start making my way over to Frontierland and Adventureland after this, but we'll see what the Magic 8 Ball lets me do. Right now it's that beautiful golden hour. I'm excited to get some breadsticks. I already got my breadsticks and I'm going to find a place to sit down. I don't think that the upper level is closed. I don't see the chain up over here. Look at this, I have the entire upstairs all to myself. How cool is this with my breadsticks? I'm sitting over here in the corner all by myself. And I think that this is a pretty generous portion of breadsticks for the price. With the marinara sauce too on the side. A little bit watery marinara. What a delicious breadstick. So that was delicious, but I think I'm done with my savory snacks now and I'm heading outside. So Magic 8 Ball, should I finally leave Fantasyland? Concentrated and ask again. Should I finally leave Fantasyland? Yes, definitely. Should I go over to Frontierland? Reply hazy, try again. Should I go over to Frontierland as my next land? Yes, definitely. Should I ride a ride in Fantasy Frontierland? Concentrated and ask again, should I ride a ride in Frontierland, the only ride that's over there? Don't count on it. Am I watching a show in Frontierland? Yes. So the only show that's in Frontierland, as far as I know right now, is the Country Bear Musical Jamboree. I wouldn't hate getting to ride another ride or getting some sort of like dessert over here somewhere. The opportunities to do that are dwindling a little bit the later that it gets. I got on my zoom lens so I can zoom in on Rapunzel's Tower, which I haven't done in a while. The line for Haunted Mansion right now looks pretty extended. Definitely have to stop and appreciate the rivers of America. Pretty much any chance that I get now, just in case. Looks beautiful at night. It's pretty quiet over here right now and peaceful. The Thunder Mountain being closed for an entire year. I need to check what time the fireworks are because they're probably going to be pretty soon. The balls are down over here now, but I think the next musical Jamboree show is about to start. I just tripped. I was hoping I could try to time this well. People are heading into the theater now. I just made the last call, so I'm heading inside the theater now.
It's a country band musical Jamboree. These loving toes happen to believe. Coming early, playing late. No time to even hibernate. After all our years together, I can still barely wait for a country band musical Jamboree.
I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I start again. Oh, I won't leave, I wanna try everything, I wanna try even though I
say goodbye, remember me. Just don't let it make you cry. You got problems, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. We sit together, we can see it through thoughts. You got a friend in me. Look for the bad necessities, the simple bad necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bad necessities, that's why I'm very restless. Just the bad necessities of life.
Alright, so I just watched the Country Bear Musical Jamboree and it was really fun. And coming outside, it's pretty much dark now, almost. So now I want to figure out if I'm staying in Frontierland or I'm heading over to Adventureland. So should I leave Frontierland now? This is getting hard to read. Very doubtful. Should I ride a ride now? Yes. Of course, the only ride in Frontierland right now being Tiana's Bayou adventure. Fireworks should be in just about like 15 minutes, I think. So the wait time for Tiana's might be lower, but I don't know now because there are a lot of people over here. It's only a 25-minute wait. This is great. I never realized for Lightning Lane, for this ride, you would go in front of the window here to enter into the barn. That's cool. I've never purchased Lightning Lane for this. So fireworks are actually in 45 minutes, not 15 minutes. Sort of lucky timing. Looks like they opened up the extended queue. This is the window that looks down into the queue outside. The line's moving a little bit slow, but I'm making my way down to the ride. I think I'm going to get onto this right before the fireworks.
Tiana, what you y'all? This Zydeco band she found can play. Hallelujah!
Okay, I just got off of Tiana's Bayou adventure and the fireworks start in about 5 minutes. I took 25 minutes to get on, so it was exactly the posted wait time. Of course, there's barely wait time now because the fireworks are about to start, but Magic 8 Ball, should I finally go to Adventureland? Outlook not so good. Should I go to Liberty Square? Ask again later, which I interpret as walking a few feet, and then asking again, should I go to Liberty Square? Don't count on it. There's literally nothing else to do in Frontierland and the fireworks just started. Should I go to Fantasyland? Yes. So to end my night, I'm going to try to either ride another ride or have like a little dessert. All right, let's see if I can make it over to Fantasyland by the time the fireworks are over. I'm gonna have literally made it from Tiana's Bayou adventure over to Tron when the fireworks have started before they've ended, so I have plenty of time. I'd be cool either riding just one more ride or getting some ice cream over at Storybook Treats. It's very peaceful watching the fireworks, just walking through Frontierland over to Fantasyland, definitely. So, Magic 8 Ball, should I ride a ride in Fantasyland? What does it say? As I see it, yes. So the wait times are very low right now because of the fireworks. Should I ride Peter Pan's flight? Yes, definitely, yay! It's only a 15-minute wait right now, so I'm absolutely going to ride Peter Pan's flight. Cool. Okay, hopefully it's even less than a 15-minute wait. Look at this, there's nobody in the line. Even right here to the merge point, there's no one in line at all. So it would be pretty cool if I could do this and then get up at the time the firework finale happens. And look at this, I'm getting right onto the ride. Getting into my boat right now for Neverland. Here I go into the darling's bedroom.
Off to Neverland!
Did I miss the finale of the fireworks? I don't think so. Fireworks are still happening and it's probably one of the best parts. What incredible timing. All right, Magic 8 Ball, should I end my night with some desserts? Better not tell you now. What? Okay, it's right here, Storybook Treats. Can I get some ice cream from Storybook Treats? Please? It is decidedly so. Yes, it is. So what I want to get is this Rapunzel sundae. Can I get the Rapunzel sundae, please? Yes. It says yes. Yes! So this is the Rapunzel sundae, shortcake with Dole Whip lemon and wild berry soft serve topped with berry compote, whipped cream, and sugar flowers. Look how beautiful this is. There's even a little hidden Mickey. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack to go eat this over here at a table. I'm sitting over here by the carousel. I watched the fireworks right over here. And this is my Rapunzel sundae, which I am so excited about getting this. I passed by this earlier and I was like, if I could come back and try to get a snack, or like a dessert, this is what I would want to get. And I got it, and I'm so happy about it. I had other options there too that I was going to go through if I had to, but yay, this is the perfect way, the perfect dessert to end this challenge on. This has been probably my favorite Magic 8 Ball challenge that I've ever done. So I've already had a few bites of this. It is so good, but very cold. So I'm heading out of the park now. That was my final Magic 8 Ball activity. All right, I am walking through the castle on my way out of the park. I haven't walked at the castle in a while, and the best time to do it, I think, is at night with the minimal amount of people heading out of the park. Now to go all the way back to the car. I stayed significantly longer tonight than I thought I would, and I am very happy about it. This was easily one of the best, if not the best, Magic 8 Ball challenge that I've ever done. Just the balance of rides and food and getting to see a show and the fireworks. And this was my last Walt Disney World Magic 8 Ball challenge that I needed to do. And I was here for about 5 hours. Well, this is a massive line for the monorail. Am I gonna take the monorail or the boat? So with the exception of how I'm getting back to the parking lot, whether it's the monorail or the ferry or a bus, which I'm making that decision myself. That was my day at Magic Kingdom, determined by a Magic 8 Ball. I rode Space Mountain. I had a delicious hot dog. I got to explore Fantasyland a little bit. I had a really delicious drink. I got to have breadsticks. I watched the Country Bear Jamboree. I rode Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I rode Peter Pan's Flight. I got to see the fireworks, and then I had a phenomenal Sunday. So that was a great day at Magic Kingdom. One of my favorite Magic 8 Ball challenges. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. And goodbye. Will I see you soon? I can't tell, but I will.